What's up, Quarter Pounders? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Wave Potter, and today I have a request from one of my awesome patrons, Byron. But Byron made this request on my website in addition to his Patreon request. So thank you so much, Byron, for all your support, both on Patreon, the website, the live streams, and helping me to produce the videos that I made with YOYOKA when she visited. If you haven't seen those videos yet where I talk about her visit, I shared the first part of the story of how I actually got to meet and spend time with YOYOKA, and also a drum duet that we did together. So I'll put cards to them, like 2 cards in a row somewhere around here if you're interested in that. And I'm hoping this Saturday when I do my live stream, I'll be able to share the next bit of studio footage from that day. So we'll see what happens. But this request is for another video from her 12th birthday session, and it's a song and band I've never heard before, Pegasus Fantasy Makeup. So again, thank you for the request, Byron. And if you'd like your own requests, you can always join my Patreon or visit my website, always linked below. I recently updated my website so it has different languages, so now it's in Japanese, translated to Japanese, so hopefully that'll make it easier for my entire audience to be able to access my website and navigate it if they want to. That said, if you're excited to see this, pound that like button, subscribe and ring that buddy bell, and if this is your first time here, I started playing drums when I was 2 years old. I went on to become a multi-instrumentalist and play in many bands, and now I like to make one-man band covers and watch other musicians play music, react, analyze, and break it down.
Break it down.
This reminds me of like a cartoon theme song intro for some reason. Just like one of those really action-packed cartoons from the 90s that I used to watch. Super engaging guitar riff, really fun intro. Love the song so far. Such a clean fill. Wow. Oh, and this is what... Is that Lisa X on guitar? He has such a phenomenal voice. Oh yeah, it is. Lisa X and Satsuma 3042 are on guitar. Of course, YOYOKA on drums, Koichi Terasawa on bass, Takanobu Masuda on drums, NOB vocal, and Wakasa on the backing vocals. Uh-oh, my camera's not focusing again. It really wants to focus on Miku's eyes back here. It keeps catching her anytime I turn away. Anyway, just such a world-class band we got here. Lisa X, another phenomenally talented teenage musician. Oh, that was cool. The way the drums came in there, what count did they come down? That was cool. I gotta figure that out. Wow, that count just blew my mind. I can't figure out how it's counted just by listening to it a couple times. Oh, okay, that drum fill gave it some more context within the actual structure of the song. Because when I was just counting it, it came down like between the 2 and the 3 or something, and I was like, what? Because it also ended before the count. Oh, okay, yeah, very cool. It came down on the and of the 2, it sounded like, with that drum fill. Dude, that guy is playing. That's cool. He's playing like this organ pad, I'm guessing, with his right hand. And then with his left hand, he's playing this synth lead in the upper register. I gotta say, this is such a phenomenally sounding mix, because I'll have to look at another wide shot of how they're situated in the room, but he's just singing into like an SM58 style mic, probably a cardioid pattern, and the vocals sound super clean. I'm not really hearing any harsh bleed or anything. This is such a top of the line studio. And whoever engineered this really knows what they're doing. Okay, so the singers are by the bassist. I need a wide shot again. Cool tapping intro to the solo. Was that solo part of the original song? Those intervals were so cool in the Lisa X intros to her solo. That sounds so nice. Oh, wow. So the drums are right in front of the singer? How is this such a clean mix? This sounds amazing. That microphone must be, maybe it's unidirectional or has just a really tight cardioid pattern? Well, I suppose if it's facing away from the drums, that's probably a good idea. I wish I would have thought of that during my session with YOYOKA. Anyway. Wow, that vibrato. I love this halftime shift. Her ghost notes are so clean. That's one thing I notice a lot. When she throws in ghost notes, which she doesn't have to do all the time, sometimes she just keeps it straightforward, but when she does throw them in, they're just so natural and so cool sounding. They add so much to her grooves. Nice. Super tight. Oh, okay, so here's the layout. So we got drums, bass, backing vocals, and then to the right of the drums, we have the guitars and the keyboards. Very interesting. This is a pretty smart layout. Like, it's something I haven't thought about in a long time because I've never recorded a full live band in a studio all at the same time. I've always done individual tracks at different times, but when I was recording with YOYOKA, I made a mistake with where I placed my vocal microphone. So there was some bleed. Next time I do this, I'm definitely going to use a unidirectional microphone, face it away from the drums, and, just get right up on in there if I ever record with a live drummer at the same time again. But it really made me think about and appreciate the engineer that goes into setting up the studio so all the tracks are as clean as possible, even when they're recorded in the same room, because there's going to be mic bleed in every track from the different instruments, especially from the cymbals. And there's not even like a plastic reflector around the drums to keep most of that sound in, like I have in my drum studio with the drum booth, I guess you could call it. Even without that, this mix sounds phenomenal. And that all starts with having really well-recorded tracks. Anyway, such a cool session. I really hope that they re-release the Black Dog performance from this session, because that's what was on when I tuned in. at like 5 a.m. my time, and it was such a great performance. It sounded so good, so tight, and I really hope that it comes back onto YouTube soon. But anyway, thank you so much, Byron, for making this request. If you'd like your own requests, again, you can always join my Patreon or visit my website below, which is now translated to Japanese. Thank you so much to all of my patrons for helping to make this possible for me to keep making these videos and helping to make it possible for me to meet YOYOKA and record with her. It was such a life-changing experience, which I talk about more in those other videos. Actually, I'll link those videos at the end of this video in the end screen. Don't forget to pound like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe and ring that buddy bell, and that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time.